Hi there, it's Tania from Tatty Treasures. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new, hello and welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, it's nice to see you back. So this is another episode in the Botanicals series. And I'm not too sure what to call these. Yeah, I had been saying to myself like belly bands. But they're not belly bands because nothing's really going to go in. They could do, but I haven't kind of made them with that purpose. So, I don't know, they're just a decoration. So I've actually done them on double-sided tape. So when you're ready to use them, you can just peel the back off and stick them down. You could also do this on... Oh, that's not the right thing. On your leftover strips of paper, and then you would obviously just glue them down. But I'd got about 5 rolls of this double-sided tape, which I thought that I needed, you know, when I first started doing crafts and stuff, and I hardly use it. So I thought I'll use it. So I've done them. I've done some that you would have sideways. I've done some that you would have going up. I've done some, you know, some longer ones, some shorter ones. And I think they're great. And I think they're gonna, you know, go well on lots of things. So we've got a little Rolodex card here. So you've got some decoration from there. Or got a postcard here, and obviously if they're not the right size for your project, you can just centre it up and cut some off the top and bottom. If say this is a page, you know, you can have it on the side of your page, you can have it across the top of a pocket, the middle of a pocket. I think they're going to be really useful things to have in your stash. And I've mainly used scraps. So this is an envelope. It is sealed down, this one, but if it was an envelope that we was using, could have it across there. That is originally the idea that I did make these for, and then when I started making them, I thought actually you can use them on anything. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with them. Like I say, I think they're going to be great things to just pull out when you're decorating. So what have I got? I've got my little tray again. I've got some sari in browns and greens. You can obviously use ribbon, strips of ripped material. I've got this burlap deco ribbon, which is the base for these, but again you could do them with ribbon, all sorts. I just can't think at the minute. I've got some little tiny things out of kits, so all these tiny things, what you know we normally use for like clusters and things. I thought I'd use those up because I've got lots. And then I've got some eyelash trim in green and brown. Oh, and I've got some bits from a last project if I just needed them. So let's start. And I've got some double-sided tape. Like I say, you can do them on strips, and some glue, and that is it. So I'm just going to bring my mat over, and I've just cut 2 strips of this, about the same-ish size, and all I'm going to do is cut them down the middle because that's about the right size for the double-sided tape. Obviously, if you was using something thinner, then you wouldn't have to cut it. And if your base is thicker than, you know, what you're laying it on, your double-sided or paper strip, it doesn't matter that it's going to be overlapping. It will give it some interest and look. look layered. So you would do the next step the same, even if you add a piece of paper. All I'm going to do is get that one strip and I'm just going to put the tape across it. Whereas if you was using paper, you'd obviously glue your paper and then lay your first material down. So that's one. So I'm just going to do that for all of them. I'm guessing the cream one's thicker than the green one. I'd not noticed that. I don't know why I hadn't noticed it. So with this one, obviously this tape is sticky, but by the time you've stuck something else over the top, the stick soon goes, to be honest, because I did think at first when I tried it out, I thought, yeah, but the top of it's going to be continually sticky. And it isn't. By the time you've stuck everything on it, that stick either sticks to something or it just seems to not be sticky. So this is the next one. But yeah, if I hadn't have had double-sided tape, I would have just done it with strips of paper. But if I hadn't have had the tape, I might not have thought about doing it. It was only thinking, how can I use that tape up? Because I bought the tape to make some fabric washi, which I will do that one day in the series. And that's about all I ever use it for. Yeah. Can't really see. I think I'm gonna give my glasses a wipe. I feel like I'm all a bit steamed up kind of thing, and I'm not, because there's nothing steamy in here. That's it. I don't know what happened there, but again, that doesn't matter. I've left some, you know, quite long, just apart from I can't find one, but some tails quite long sticking out, so that really doesn't matter because they're going to be glued down anyway. So out of this, I'm going to make these into well, I'm going to half them. So these ones are going to be quite big ones. If I wanted to do all different sizes, I'd probably go do it into 3 if you wanted really tiny ones, and so forth. I think that's going to probably be too big. Yeah, I think I'll do those into 3. So these are up in my shop, and so I've made all those, and then making these, I'm going to save so many for myself, because I'll be able to pull them out when we're decorating different things. So first I'm going to do the green ones just to make it easier. So with these ones I'm going to put the brown over the top, and I'm going to use the 3-in-1. Now, I had decanted this into a small thing with a smaller tip, and I don't know what happened, but the glue separated, and all the acetone, I think it's in it, all it rose to the top. So I threw it away. It stunk absolutely, you know, awful, because it just smelt like pure nail varnish remover. So I don't know what that was about, because it was a new bottle, but it was as if it had got kind of mixed with something. So that one, I've left a tail on it. So, but then, like my second load of bottles, the first ones I didn't have much luck with them. I would say that the tips was too thin for the not art glitter glue, for the Fabri-Tac. And then, like I say, the second bottle, that happened. And I'm a bit begrudged to buy anymore. So I'm thinking I hardly use the Fabri-Tac now. So I might not bother getting anything to decanter it into. Because, mind you, I do want to decanter that Collage because that's quite thick. But again, the only time I use the Collage really is on like sticking mats down and things like that. Well, I want it to come out fast because I've got a lot of coverage. If I'm doing small things, I just use the art glitter glue, which obviously it's got its own nice tip anyway. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother. And so it was getting on my nerves, keep having to decanter stuff, and oh, it's so boring and long-winded. So yeah, I'm just going to keep to what I've got. Right, I don't know if that'll be quite long enough. So these are just bits of sari that are left over from I think probably when I did the Woodlands series. So I did have a sort round and kind of gathered everything, what there was just bits of this and bits of that. Because again, I'm a bit begrudged to buy anything, and I don't really know what I need because I just seem to have lots of bits. So I'm just getting everything used up. So the moral of this story is you can do this with anything. You know, any scraps and stuff. You could even, you know, be quite random and put all your tiny little bits on and build it up. Right, I am going to do this with the art glitter because I only want a thin line. Now you do tend to get, your fingers are full of fluff, and the top of your bottle normally gets full of fluff because as you're messing about with them, all the fibres come off. So I'm stuck to that. So I'm just going to lay that across there. Just pat it down a bit just to make sure that it's come into contact with the glue. Like so. And then just snip it off. And like I say, I'm just leaving them long. They can be snipped to show when I use them. Right, I'm going to put the thingy towards the top on this one to cover that nothingness. But obviously once you've took the back of the tape off anyway, it's going to be see-through. That white's not going to be there. Obviously if you did it in paper, you'd probably want to, well, I think if you was using like music paper or book page or tea stained and you'd inked it all up and that, it wouldn't matter that some was poking out anyway. It'd obviously look, you know, really, really nice. We'll just snip a little bit off that. And then just make sure it's connected onto the glue. Just keep them away from each other while they're drying. So I like this one. So I hope everybody is okay. I'll say it's another dark and wet, grizzly UK January weather kind of day. Won't be long and we'll be starting, you know, the beginnings of spring. I really don't know why we just don't all hibernate through the winter, because I don't think, I mean, I love the romantic side of winter, you know, the cozy nights and all the rest of it, but it's I just find it's not very energizing. It doesn't make you want to get up and go. It doesn't make you want to, you know, put your coat on and go outside. Which, yeah. I can say with being stuck in with lockdown and stuff, like going out for walks and things like that can keep you sane. And obviously this time we've not really had the luxury, unless you want to get wet through and mudded up, which I don't. I really don't. So that's those done. Can we see me pen? Yes, we can. Put that on there. And then I'm going to get my ink out and just ink around these little things. I think these little bits are at Tim Holtz, I think they're from the Field Note snippets. That looks a little bit lost on there. I think I'll have that. Like looking like a star, and then you could have it up or sideways. It would be a versatile one. So again, I'm going to use the art glitter. I'm going to put a line up the centre and just a line either side, and then I'm going to place that middle-ish like so. So there we go. Could always, I've got some of that little leaf trim and things like that. I may add some of that when I use them, but I think, you know, these as a base are pretty good. So that one, I'm going to have that away. Saying if you was using paper, obviously you could have all nice ripped edges and stuff, and that'd give it a nice look. I think I'm gonna have that downwards as well. Oh, I've got this. Actually, I've got quite a big piece there. Sync that up and see what it looks like, because it did look a little bit pale. Is that better? Yeah, that's loads better. So I'm going to go a little bit diagonal across that. Press down. So that's that. I absolutely love these. Right, could do with something. I think I'll have it that way. Yeah. I've got a bigger piece there. I think I'm actually going to put no, I don't like it with two on. I wonder if I just put in, I think I'm just going to put another line on, because it looks a bit bare, this one. I think because you can't really see the netting at the back of this one. I've opened the sari quite wide. I'll just cut that off there. Does that look better? Yeah, that's loads better. I am just gonna cut around this a little bit. I do feel like it's a little bit too big. Ink around that. Yep. And it's a really good use of your little bits and bobs. Look great with tickets on, stamps. But yeah, I find I've got loads of little circles and squares and things out of kits. There we go. And I use loads of them, so I don't quite know how I've still got so many. Right, so then we shall do the beige ones. Well, they're a natural. And on these I'm going to put the green sari. So let's get that out. I want that 3-in-1. Right, pop that there. Getting ready for a cup of tea. I've only had, oh I have, I've had 2 this morning. I was going to say I've only had 1. I've actually had 2. Yeah, my fingers are quite stuck up now. So I'll be glad to go and get them washed. And they've got all bits of fibre stuck to them. And so I did make some of these last week for the D's Pocket Challenge using those lovely eco papers from Susan Taylor Brown. And I decorated them up with these, and on some of those I did do the leaf trim on them, and it looked really nice. But I've not got a lot of leaf trim, that's why I thought I'll use all this sari up. So I'd bought quite a lot because I buy it for the Dreamcatcher DIY kits that I sell. But the plainer, more neutral colours, because I buy it in, I don't know what they're called, but they're all wrapped up and stuff, and I like the purples and oranges and all the dual colours for doing the DIY kits. So I tend to take any neutral bits out and then use those in my junk journal. So that's those. I'm going to do this in two bits, because if I can use the little bits up, that's good. I think those little bits that I've got left in my tray, I'm going to do some like long snippet rolls on lace, and I think I'll try and get those used up in that. That's why I'd left it in that tray. So I thought I don't want to put it back in my tin and then have to root all those tiny bits out again. Stick that over that. Yep, was well and truly stuck then. Right, is that long enough? Yep. So you're really not using that much stuff. Still ended up with some left over. I think having a tail a bit that long is a bit long. Right, I'll put that in my thing. I'm done with that now. And I'm going to use the brown. I'm going to use the paler one up first, because I have got more. I've got a ball of that where I don't think I've got a lot of the dark brown. So I'll just put a little line of the art glitter glue. Just make sure that the wall's caught in it. Guess if you was doing these on paper, you could actually sew them down. Do a zigzag across them. That'd be nice. I've not been lighting my candle. I keep forgetting to light it. The one that I've got is called Spring Herbs, and I think that's why I'm not lighting it, because every time I look at it I think, well, it's not spring yet. But I'd bought it to burn while I was doing the Botanicals series. I must get into burning it, because I do like to work with a candle on, and I like the smells. And I've managed to get another one with a lid, because I prefer those, because at least when you blow them out you can put the lid on and then you're not getting all that smoky smell. I've got 2 more. I want to check in my teacup that if I've got any tea left, and I know damn well I haven't. So, well, it might have filled back up. I've not been using my the botanical mug I bought as well. Oh, I think my routine in that just seems totally out the window. I say I'm not getting up as early. Like in the summer, I don't mind getting up at like 6 o'clock, but in the winter I just don't want to. So it's a lot more cosy in bed. I'd feel like I was getting up in the middle of the night, and then I'd be just tired all day. Right, so that's those. Let's nearly use those up. Right, just pop those there. Oh, come on, get in, that's it. Right. Then, are they all me? I feel like I've got some missing. Oh yeah, I won't have enough, will I? Because I cut some, sorry, I cut some extra. So let me just go in my little, so this is where I keep all the little ephemera and stuff. So I've got 2, 4, 6, and I've got 2, 4, 5. Oh, I need one. That'll be fine. I might have one of those, because they're all a bit. So yeah, everything that I've been cutting out, I've been putting in there, and then it's easier to get hold of when you're doing little projects. And I've got some left from, you know, the woodland series and things like that, so just put them all together. So I think this could do with going on a smaller one, and I'm gonna have that like that, so you could have it sideways or vertical or horizontal. You could even have it diagonal if you really wanted. Nothing's stopping you. So that's that one. But yeah, I think it's a really quick little make. And I know when I'm decorating things, I'm going to be so thankful that I have them, because when I made the lace snippet roll in the woodland series, and I didn't make it till near the end, I was putting it on everything, and it was just so easy. Just cutting, you know, a bit off and putting it on, and it's instant decoration. I'm saying getting all these kinds of things done first is a lot easier, because I don't know about you, but you know, if I'm making an altered file folder and then say I've got to make a pocket and a tag to go with it, and then you're having to, you know, decorate the things as well, it's I find it hard then to go back to making the altered file folder kind of thing. So I like everything kind of made up, ready. And I think, you know, these can be used in any kind of, you know, botanical themed projects. And if you did them all, you know, in creams and stuff, and didn't bother putting an embellishment on, and then you can just put, you know, if you was doing a sewing journal, just put something on relevant to sewing and whatever you're doing. And then even if you was doing a colour, you could just then just stick a bit of that colour. If you did them all cream, and then if you was doing something blue, you could just put a bit of blue eyelash trim on or something, and then your decoration. That's that. I might have to glue that a bit more. I think that might be a little bit lost on there. I'm gonna just get a little bit of the green and do the same as I did before, just to give it some more decoration and colour. I think I might even put the circle on there. Yeah, I like the circle on that one. We just give it a bit of ink. I think I'm turning into a bear. Starting to get furry. So it's about the middle. Like I say, if they are kind of in the middle, you know, and you want it shorter, then you can just cut each end. I have done somewhere, you know, the images are, I think I'll do that one like that actually. Because then if you want it shorter, you could obviously just cut that side. And that's that one. So I hope you give these a try, or if you've done something similar, you can give me some hints and tips, because there might be something that I've not thought about. But you know, I think you can really do anything with them. So I think they're going to be a nice versatile thing. And to me, like, they look, even though they're quite similar, they look different. So that's those. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I shall see you very soon. Bye for now.